Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you and tell you how to install a toggle bolt in drywall. This will be a full tutorial, but it'll also be an easy tutorial, so let's get right into the video. This right here is a toggle bolt. They're absolutely great for installing things onto drywall. They do a fantastic job at holding things. Okay, so let's get right into the video. Sometimes you might want to use a wall anchor, other times you might want to use a toggle bolt. This is how to use a toggle bolt. So I'm going to install it on this piece of drywall right here, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like from the back as well, so that you have a better idea of how they work. This is actually just a spare piece of drywall. It is literally not being held in place. Just to give you an idea of what's going on here, it's just a little piece of drywall up against a ladder. Okay, so we're going to get right into the video. Now, on the box for this toggle bolt, it said to drill 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so I'm going to be using this toggle bolt just to hold this little piece of toy onto the drywall. It's just something I found in the garage, and I could use it because there was already a hole in it right there, so I could put the toggle bolt through that. So you want to start off by essentially preparing the toggle bolt for the installation. So we're going to remove the toggle from the bolt. Okay, we're going to just loosen the bolt off of the toggle just like that. Okay, then what you're going to do is you want to feed the bolt through the object you want to hold onto the wall. So we're going to feed this bolt right through here just like that. Okay, because we want to hold it onto the wall like that. And then you want to put the toggle on the bolt, and you want the toggle to go on this way. Okay, and I'll explain why in a moment, but we're going to just put the toggle on just like this. We're going to tighten it in place just like that. And I'll tell you why it goes on this way. Just give me a moment. Sometimes they can be a little bit difficult to maneuver. There we go. Once you get it through, you're good to go. So the reason we put it on this way is very simple. When you push it into the drywall, when it goes to the wall cavity, you want it to sort of, it's going to compress like this. It's going to go into the wall cavity, and then it's going to pop open, and then that part is going to press up against the back of the drywall and hold it in place. I'll demonstrate in a moment. But first what we need to do is we need to drill the hole wherever we want the toggle bolt to go, because this is prepared right now. So I already have a 3/8. I'm going to lift the camera up for this point right here. I already have a 3/8 drill bit on the drill. This is just a spare piece of drywall that I use for videos. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to drill right through this piece of drywall over here. Okay. There we go. So I've drilled, that's the 3/8 hole right there. And your toggle bolt might be different. It might be a different size. So be sure to take a look at what size you need. So now, essentially, if your toggle bolt is in place correctly, so if you have it on the object, you need to have it on the object that you want to hang on the wall beforehand, that you want to place on the wall, or secure to the wall, I should say, beforehand. And the toggle needs to be in the right direction, the right orientation. At this point, what you need to do is you need to press it into that 3/8 of an inch hole. So I'm going to go and I'm going to press it into there, and it should fit. If it doesn't fit, you can always make the hole a little bit bigger. But I'm going to compress it together. Just give me one moment. I would do this with two hands, but I'm holding the camera with one hand. So just give me a moment here. So I'm going to compress it together. You can see it's like a butterfly, sort of like a butterfly figure right here, and you just compress it together, and you want to press it into the hole. Okay, so I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of force to get it in there. Just give me a moment here. Let's just push it right in there. As long as I can get the front part in, there we go. So now that the front part's in, I can show you. So as you can see, it's still compressed. All I need to do is push it right into the hole. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sort of just get it in there. And you can always make your hole a little bit bigger, but in this case, I should be able to just maneuver it in there. There we go. So it's through there. Now, at some point, when I push it far enough in there, it's going to expand. And I'll show you the back of what it looks like in a moment, but I'm going to push it in there, okay? And you'll hear it click open. See, now the thing is, there's not enough slack there, right? So if you're pushing and it's not clicking open, there's not enough slack. So what you need to do is you actually need to loosen it. And when I loosen it, the sort of the toggle part is going to move backwards, right? So I'm loosening this, and you should hear it clip open in a brief, there you go, you hear that click. So now what happens is it actually clicked open, and I'll show you the back of the piece of drywall. Okay, so let's take a look at the back of the drywall. If you look at the back of the drywall, you can see the toggle bolt now opened up, right? So I pushed it in far enough that it opened up. That's what it looks like. Now, obviously you can't see that when you're installing it, but that's why it's beneficial to watch my tutorials, because I show you stuff like that. Now at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to tighten this bolt right here, but you need to get a little bit of pressure against the wall. So I always like to do it finger tighten by pulling it backwards and tightening it until we get enough pressure. So I'm turning it clockwise while sort of pulling backwards on the bolt, and that's forcing the toggle against the wall to give me a little bit of leverage to tighten it, okay? And at this point we are sort of coming close to finishing. We just need to tighten it in place, but there's a little trick that I just want to show you momentarily. It's actually really cold, so my fingers are quite cold when making this video. I'm going to try and do it with just a screwdriver at this point, but usually you would need to apply a little bit of pressure against that toggle in order to tighten it up. But we're going to see if we have enough pressure already. Okay, so I'm tightening it up, as you can see right here. Let's look at the back. So you can see already, check this out, the toggle is already starting to press up against the drywall. And watch what's going to happen when I continue tightening it. So I'm just tightening it, and what it's doing is it's pulling the toggle against the drywall more and more and more. Okay, so now as I tighten it, let's take a look one more time. The toggle is now pressed up against the drywall, right? So it's still a little bit loose, but it's pressed up against the drywall. And as I continue to tighten it, sorry, I'm just gonna warm my hands up for a moment. As I continue to tighten it more and more, eventually it's going to be pressing nice and really tightly against the drywall. And as you can see right here, okay, it's getting harder and harder to turn that screw. So as you can see right here, now this, look at how secure this thing is. This is just a little piece of plastic from a toy. It's like one of my kids' toys that just ended up breaking, and I just had it lying around. I was going to throw it out, but I figured I'd use it for this video first. So you can see it's quite secure, okay? And that is all because, let me show you the back right here, of the toggle. So you can see the toggle is pressed up against the drywall right there. And that is what creates that is essentially what creates that nice secure holding. So you can see right here, I can't move it at all. The toggle is really secure. So that's what happens behind the wall cavity with the toggle bolt. And that's how to install the toggle bolt. Essentially, you want to place the toggle bolt in the item that you want to secure. Okay, so place the bolt through it, then put the toggle on it so it's ready to go. Drill your hole with the right size. Push the toggle in place, and if it'll either click in place automatically if there's enough slack on the bolt, or you might have to loosen it a bit for it to click in place, okay? And then just tighten it up. When you tighten it up, it's gonna pull that toggle up against the drywall, and you're gonna get a nice and secure mounting mechanism. That's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.